Hi, everybody. It's Bob Kraft, and today is June 24th, 2022, in Hong Kong or in in Hawaii. Almost, I said Hong Kong because Hong Kong and Hawaii very similar sounds, so that was funny. Uh, and just to tell you, I'm just kind of catching up with everybody on everything. The I was at a I had a medical appointment like a week ago, and I went in this building, and I you had to push a button to get the security guard to come down to get the lift or the elevator to go up, to the right floor. It's kind of strange, but I pushed the button, and I told he said, I'll be there in a moment. And when he got here, he was an older man. He said, you're the only person I've ever heard use the word lift. And he said, lift is British for, or Hong Kong for elevator. And it was very funny because then he told me how he knew the word lift. And he goes, I watch a program called Doctor Who, which I've heard the name, but I really don't know what it is. And he said I watch it, and it's from England, and they always use the English words. That's how I knew the word lift. And he goes, "You're the only person I've ever heard use that word outside of that TV program." You got to realize I'm in America, so that really made me laugh. So even today, I use the word lift instead of elevator. So yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm actually trying. This is a live video. I'm trying the new internet connection from my house because this is actually my sitting room, and I'm more than likely going to make this the studio. Haven't really decided yet on that, but it seems to be a good location. Um, I'm using a software program where the video for those tech savvy people, it's 720, and what I want 4K, 4,000, and it's going out at 720. Or you can even get something like 12. I think it's 12 or 1400. But because I'm not paying the money, I'm using a free account. They limit it to the lower standard. So I think the internet connection speed will be great. I think the sound will be great. I'm having a feeling that the video quality will be a little bit less, or maybe even a smaller screen, simply because of the camera or because of the limitations I have. So, if all goes well, I might just go ahead and sign up for the program because I'm pretty happy with it. Plus, it's going to allow me to do some additional things which are good for me to do. For example, I'll be able to stream to more social media channels, which I want to do. One thing I mentioned a while back was I wanted to bring in guests from other countries. That's just a really strong desire I have in my heart, mainly because I miss people. I miss talking to people about themselves and also where they're living. I did that for such a long period in my life. Now I'm in Hawaii. Don't really plan to travel. So I miss my friends that I've developed over the years, and I also just want to be able to catch up, and in some way, that we can pray for that place wherever it may be. Could be Ukraine, could be Hong Kong, could be Singapore, Australia, you name it, Germany, Poland. I have friends in all those places. So I haven't been able to stay in like personal close contact, like daily contact, simply because I'm not there. I'm not traveling like I did. So I look forward to doing that. And I wanted to kind of bring you up to date a little bit on things. I'm in the new house. I'm very happy here. It's a very nice place. Everything is new. And, I'm still kind of decorating it, making it the exact way that I want. But it's definitely very comfortable. Outside is great. I have great windows, and I look toward the sunrise and the sunset. Now, you can't really see from the floor I'm on, you can't really see the ocean. If you go up 2 floors, you can. You can just look right out and see the ocean and Diamond Head and all of Hong Kong, or all of Honolulu. There I go again, messing up. It's like I spent, I think it was 29 years in Hong Kong. Uh, so it's really hard for me just to like change it. Sorry about that. And one thing I wanted to share with you, I'm kind of dressed up. This is what I'm going to wear tonight. In about 2 hours, I'm going to head down to downtown Honolulu and Waikiki. I have a few stops to stop before I get there. But it's interesting because there's about, I hope there's between 8 and 10 people from Hong Kong who have immigrated to Hawaii. And I'm going to be meeting up with them. I've met 2 of them already, or I've met 4 of them already that will be there. And then there might be, say 8 or 10 more that I've never met before. And some of them have lived here a long time, but they all came from Hong Kong. And as I understand it, we all have a desire to help Hong Kong people and to help the situation in Hong Kong. So it's kind of a new thing for me. It's going to be watching the free fireworks, which they shoot off every night at eight. I think it's 8:30 from Honolulu, and you can watch the fireworks every night, every Friday night, and then we're going to have a Hong Kong style barbecue. Now, I'm not really sure exactly, what they're going to bring. I know roast goose is roasted duck is coming, which is not too common in the U.S., but it's very common back in Hong Kong and in especially in communist China. And then probably there's going to be rice, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's coming. And I'm actually going to do my part. I'm going to go to Costco, which is typically American food, but I'm going to go there and bring a dish, because everybody really should bring a dish. And I haven't decided. I'll just have to go there and see what they've got before I take it down. And it's affordable too. I have a limited income, or budget. So there you go. And that will be fun. And the whole purpose is not just to meet people, but also to talk and to kind of hear everybody's viewpoint about what they want to do to help for Hong Kong. My desire for a long, long time has been to help people who are refugees get here to Hawaii. I'm not just focusing in all the U.S. The U.S. is a very, very big place, but I think Hawaii has a lot of advantages for people. This island of Oahu has a lot of advantages for people coming from Hong Kong who are fleeing Hong Kong. Because right now the circumstance there is very dangerous, and people's livelihood in the future is really not what it used to be. It's gone down, and also it's changed dramatically. Whereas before, they could actually go around the world and work, and they could still be living in Hong Kong. Now it's pretty much you go to communist China and work, and you can still live in Hong Kong, but your focus has to be communist China. Within, a little bit of reason. I'm not talking about it just stopped, international trade stopped, but it's definitely has changed. And people want to flee. And so it's been on my heart for a long, long time to help in that regard. And I really do feel this is a great opportunity. But here on Oahu, in the state of Hawaii, USA, but it's not going to be easy. I'm making progress on that. I'm meeting quite a few people who have the same desires. Some of them are doing business here. Some of them, they have different jobs. Some of them have been here for a long, long time, 20, 30 years. They even went to school here and they just stayed behind. And some are actually refugees. They've actually fled Hong Kong, as I have. So what happens is that I really feel that's going to be an important thing to do tonight, and then we'll see where that goes, because there's a lot to that. You have to get visas legally. People have to get to the U.S. and then they have to apply for refugee status. They have to have housing. They have to be used to the culture, because the culture is really different than Hong Kong. Some cases they might have to work on their English a little bit to improve their English. They have to find jobs. They have to have medical care. So all those things come into place. And I know how to do it, but it just, getting it in place is very time consuming, very tough. And the more people we have working together, the better off we're going to be. So, whether it's 10 like people that we're going to have tonight, or whether it's 20 people, or whether it's a church, because now we have a pastor coming to 2 pastors. So, we'll see how it goes. So that's going to be great. And plus, I'm going to enjoy the fireworks. The last time I was there was with my own family, way, 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 way back, maybe 2007, something like that, 2008. It's all going on 15 years. My children were very young at that time. So it'll be nice to go there and to see that. And they canceled it for a couple of years simply because of the virus. But now they're bringing it back. Every night they shoot fireworks off over Waikiki, and it's gorgeous. And they, it's not a short show. It's a good show. So that will be great. And then the other thing is just kind of catch you up on the housing. I'm really interested in after we finish this video, I'm actually going to go back and listen to the video on Facebook and YouTube, because that's where it's being streamed live, and see how the quality is, because I have to make some decisions about whether I pay a little more money, which I think I probably will do, because the company's offering me a very good price because of what I'm doing. And I have to take a look at it, though, because I have very limited finances. But I haven't invested a lot of money on the extra equipment. I have a new microphone right there, which I did it because I wanted to have really good sound quality. I've got a camera that I actually bought in communist Hong Kong quite a few years ago, and it allows for a larger camera view. So it should be pretty large, the camera view here. And very much that's it. I've got a couple laptops that I also got in Hong Kong, communist Hong Kong, at a really good price. So all good. We'll just see how it goes. You can see there's another shelf up there that you can't even see. It's up there and all the way down. And then I have another bookshelf in another room, a smaller one. And it's interesting because I got these books at the library, and the library, these are really good books. And the library gives books away. They can't shelf, like everything they can't put everything on their shelves. So they get books. I don't know how they make a decision as to what they give away. They give them away, or you can make a donation if you want, but it can be anything you want, $1, $5, $10. So I got really good books that I'm personally interested in, but also it just makes the house look a lot nicer. And plus the information is really good. Some of them are Christian books. In the other room, I've got a whole section of Christian books. And then these are travel books, business books, writing books, just things that I'm interested in, history books. And that's really cool, I can say. And so I'm really happy. I'm not going to show you the whole house today, because that one requires maybe my phone to go around and do it. Or maybe I can just kind of show you the room. This is the sitting room and the kitchen. I'm actually going to divide these two rooms up probably with a screen divider. I'm getting ready to get a curtain. I'm going to get a lazy boy, really comfortable bear. I'm either going to put it here because you can look right out the window. The window is right there. Or I'm going to put it over there next to this wall. And you can watch TV. You can look out this beautiful window, see the planes, the helicopters go by. I have 3 airports actually, right, kind of a cross section. I'm right kind of in the middle of that cross section. You don't really hear the planes. I mean, you hear them just a little bit, the ones that are landing at the international airport, but not much. And it kind of alerts you. You can look up and, okay, which country is that from? So it's amazing, actually. It's only for the landings. It's not for the takeoffs. Takeoffs, they go over Waikiki Beach, which is that direction, about 20 miles. Landings are right here. So very, very cool, I must say. And Yeah, so I'm working on it. Everything is cool. Got got my cats, which are happy, and they're good cats, very good cats. I mean, I'm not really a cat lover, to be honest with you, but okay, I treat them well. They treat me well. Okay, and because they're old, I'm kind of helping them out at the end of their life, which is good for me too, because I'm kind of old too, and so that's good. And I'm working on. I really know in my head I'm going to lose weight very soon. I'm going to drop my weight. I want to get down about 20. I know I can do it because I did it recently before, and drop 20 pounds, 25 pounds would be really good. I'll look a lot better, and plus I'll be healthier. So that will be good. I don't really eat junk food too much. I don't eat chips and stuff like that. I want to. I love them, but they're not great. So need to change around a little bit my eating habits. What else is going on? I told you about Hong Kong meeting tonight. Told you a little bit about the house. Yesterday, I bought some plants, which they're right there. Unfortunately, I can't show them to you because the camera's not showing them. But they're native Hawaiian plants. They're native, which was good because you have all these plants you can buy, and they're not expensive. I bought one that's really, really tall, about that tall, and it's a native. I guess it's a tree. So it's going to turn into it's a tree now, but it's going to turn into a big tree. And I like the fact that it's native. It came from Hawaii because they introduced a lot of different plants here through the years that competed with the native plants. And so I want to support the native plants if I can. Let me think what else I can share with you. There's so much. I'm very happy. I'm doing the best I can. I'm always wanting to. I have a really great life, and I'm not. I can be as busy as I want to be, and it's always a battle for me as to being too busy or not being busy. You know, and I mean, I want to enjoy life at this age. I'm 65 now. I just turned 65. I just want to enjoy life, and I really, really worked through my lifetime really hard. Like 16 to 18-hour days, like all the time, and I did a lot of traveling, and I'm not saying that I should just stop because I don't think that's the right approach. But on the other hand, I kind of deserve it if I want it. And then what am I going to do? How am I going to be meaningful to myself? You know, I want to be a great parent, father. I want to be a great husband. Okay. I want to be a great family man. I want to be a great friend to just a few groups of people, a small number of people. I don't want like lots of friends. Uh, and I want to, what else? Well, I just want to relax. So pretty much that's it. And just to show you around a little bit more, I'm getting a couple more pieces of furniture in the next week or two, have it delivered. And then I've got that right there. You can see that. I had to find that's a brick wall. The house is made up of these cinder blocks, which are really quiet. You can't hear any extra noise in this house once I shut the windows. The windows are great because you get the fresh air, and it's not loud out at all. It's quiet, but if you want total quiet, you shut the window. And I've got air conditioner, but then it's not total quiet. So we have these cinder block walls, and you can't really put a nail in a brick wall. So what I did was I went to Target and I was looking for something that would be just right. And they're selling these are beach mats, and they're selling them for like $10, and they're just lightweight. They're very lightweight, and you can just use the sticky double-sided tape and put it up, and they look great. I bought another one which is a different color for the other room, and I may buy another one because they will fit on the wall. And with most of the walls are kind of like drywall. You can use thumbtacks or something like that to hang stuff, hang things, pictures, and I've got quite a few pictures up. I focus on two things. One is Europe because I loved Europe. I had a great time there. The second one is particularly Paris, but just Europe in general. And then the other is Hawaii. I've got a lot of native pictures and paintings and things like that. So, and this is Hawaii. So I put that up. Great, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I like to cook. I do my own cooking. I have quite a lot of food, canned goods, fresh food. I can buy whatever I want. I've got fruit. I love fruit. So I can the grocery store is just over there, like 10 minutes away, or even less, 5 minutes if you're driving 5 minutes away. And so it's easy to do cooking, and I can cook. I've got a great kitchen. It's easy to cook, but you do like to go out once in a while, but it's not something I want to do too much, to be honest. Number one, save on the cost. Number two, I just got everything I could possibly want to eat here, and I can make it exactly the way I want to taste it. I want it to taste. So cooking is good. I'm sleeping well now. It's getting good sleep. It's not perfect because I do dream a lot. Like last night, I dreamed about Hong Kong, believe it or not. The things that I went through, the tough times I went through there. So with the society and with the people we're going through. So I had a dream about that. It woke me up. But otherwise, I'm pretty good. Life's been good. I can also mention the tennis part. Tennis was a very, very important part of my life, and I still love it. But I got a lot of other interests besides tennis. So I kind of will pay attention once in a while on who's won which major tournament, who's playing. Like today, I looked at the top seeds of the Wimbledon, which is starting this week, which I went to for like 8 or 10 years. And I paid attention. Out of the top 10, I only knew 2 of the players. That tells me how much how long I've been out of the game. So there's Nadal and let's see, the second, Nadal. Oh, and Novak. Those 2 I know. The rest of them I didn't. So the game is changing. The names are changing, and so that's okay. I'm not, if there are players that I've never met or I don't have an interest in, I'm not probably going to watch too much or pay that much attention. It's kind of the similar on the women's side, but I still, that's a big part of me. I talk to a coach back in Los Angeles maybe once a week, and we're good friends, and we talk about tennis quite a lot. So because she's still very active in the game. But it doesn't mean that I don't have an interest in it, I am still thinking about it because I know there's so much I could do with tennis if I wanted to here. But at my age and with what I did in the past, I just was like, well, not sure I want to go in that direction. I'd rather spend my time doing other things like this. I really enjoy this, okay? So the videos are fun, especially if people are watching them, and other things too. I do go down and do the houseless church, which is tomorrow morning, and that's for houseless people. Some people call them homeless. We call them houseless. And we have a church started. I have church started down there. I've got a small team that we work together to reach out to the people there with church services. So I enjoy that too. And I'm praying about it now, how much I want to do there, because I could do something there every day, all day long. And I have to pray about that. I've still got mixed feelings about that. And for example, I want to bring people, I want to help them sign up for certain kinds of programs which are going to improve their life, because some of them really need that. Certain kind of government programs that will improve their lives, and yet still do Bible studies with them so that they can start to think differently about themselves. So those are things I enjoy. And then I also want to get to know the island a little bit better, especially since I'm still young enough to do that. I'm 65, but when I'm 75, I'm not gonna have the energy. Well, maybe, So I want to think about, okay, do I want to go swimming with the dolphins, which is kind of a goal I have? Do I go around to the beaches? I bought a hiking book the other day, which shows a lot of beautiful places to go to on the island, mountains and on the beaches and waterfalls, places that actually even Hawaiians don't normally go to. So I thought that I got to do that now. I don't want to wait on that. I've got friends coming over to visit me, and I've said that they could stay here. They're good friends of mine, and they've let me stay with them in the past. So they were very hospitable to myself and my family, and I'm gonna treat them well, and we're friends. So I've got a few people coming over, and I think that number is going to grow. So that's great because give them a place to sleep, and then say, okay, you can go out and do whatever you want, and then maybe take a day or two, show them around a bit. So that will keep me busy, and also keep me active, mentally. So everything's good. I hope you enjoy this new setting. I think that this area as a studio is going to work well. I really think so. So I'm happy about that. I just want to check the quality of the video, the sound, make sure the video is not blurry and things like that. And if that's good, we're a go, And then it's not difficult for me to bring in people from other countries to talk to. So sometimes I have to, like mask their face, because if they're in a place like China, it's dangerous actually for them. So but most places that wouldn't be the case. In fact, tonight when I'm doing the barbecue and I'm meeting the Hong Kong people who immigrated, I may not even do a video there. It'd be great to show you the park and the fireworks and to do a live video, but I'm going to be around people who are Hong Kong, or they have family members, or they have business going on in Hong Kong. And actually nowadays with the facial recognition, it's really easy to identify people. And the communists use that constantly, the facial recognition. So it's very dangerous, and I can't just like do a video where I'm showing who I'm with at times. So so I'm thinking about what I'm going to do today, how I'm going to handle that. But thank you for all those people around the world who pray for me, pray for my family, pray for the work that I do, and think about me, and also send me messages or put comments on the Facebook or the YouTube. It really encourages me a lot, and I read every one of them. And I put a heart, like if I reply or if I see the message, as soon as I read it, I hit a heart, and there's a heart. The reason I don't do a like is because heart means that I really care for the people who are doing it, even if we've never met. I do appreciate what they're doing. So thank you very much, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you. I'm going to go back and check the video. Feel free to make comments. I think that would be great. And I hope you all have a great time. Here's my coffee cup, okay, from Hawaii. And I'm very blessed. Take care, everybody, and be good. And now let me turn off in stream. Gonna miss y'all, okay? But until next time,